This is an FFG Chronicles. I'm Paul Burry, and this FFG Chronicles is going to be about the state of family-friendly gaming and how we've been buying more of our games. For those that know the history and kind of the background and everything, you know what's going on. For those that don't, let me give you a little recap. May of 2015, we decided that we would go ahead and write this article exposing some of the hypocrisy and double standards from a certain company that likes to switch, if you know what I mean. They were very unhappy with this article. It made them look bad, but it was the facts, it was the truth, and you know, we weren't going to just give them company propaganda and make them feel wonderful about themselves when it wasn't reality. So we wrote that article, and then they decided that they would just stop replying to emails, not return voicemails, not return letters, just ignore us entirely. And so we said, well, that's really strange, you know. They are acting very petty and vindictive. Then a few months after that, a certain soft micro company decided that they were mad at us because we used the word Christmas instead of the confusing holiday to describe the Christmas season. We're like, no, we're not going to discriminate against Christmas. Let me go back to the Switch company. Their whole issue was we refused to join in rebellion against God. They decided that they wanted to join in the attempts to redefine the definition of marriage, and we said, no, we're sticking with traditional definition. They didn't like that. They got really mad about that and decided we're not worth, you know, we're not even worth existing anymore because we did that. They're showing, you know, they claim they celebrate diversity, but they're showing how intolerant of diversity they actually are. So, go up to the next company. They got mad because we said Christmas. And we put it in a press release, and they're like, no, you got to change that to holiday. And it's like, we're not changing it to holiday. That's confusing. What holiday? 4th of July? Valentine's Day? Labor Day? You know, what, Thanksgiving? Kwanzaa? Boxing Day? We all know it's Christmas. So why do you have to sit there and try to hide Christmas? So we said, no, we're not doing that. So anyway, so when those two things happened, you know, mid and then later in 2015, then there was a third instance. There was a company that Sega recently acquired. They're, you know, kind of like in one of those maps, like an atlas you look at. And they got mad, and they were lying to us in emails and phone messages about reviewable copies. And we're like, what is the problem? So we found out we didn't include a game that scored a 42 in our Christmas buying guide. And their mentality was, since we gave you a reviewable copy, you have to put it in your Christmas buying guide. We're like, no. When we have been clear on this every year we've done the Christmas buying guide, it's the games that get the highest scores, the games that get the best scores. Those are the ones that we put in there by each system that we put in there. So they got all petty and vindictive, and you know, I caught this person lying, and I exposed them for lying, and they were like blaming me for their lying. I was like, what? I couldn't understand the mentality or lack of, you know, morals and ethics and integrity, and that this is how they acted. So when those three things happened, we were like, oh, we're so fed up of dealing with some of these people and some of these companies. And we said, you know what, we're going to go ahead and do a transition. And this transition, we've been watching it and seeing how it works, and it's been working great lately. If we get a review copy, awesome. You know, we take care of it, we review it. If we don't, then what we're doing is we're going out and saving up the money. We put it on a list. We save up the money. We purchase the games. Every couple weeks we do a purchase. And we've really been bringing our list down and been able to get a lot of retro games for like videos. If you've been watching the channel, you know it's a lot of, you know, kind of the retro games, and we got a bunch more we're planning on doing. So keep an eye out for those. And we've been noticing this has been working great. What we did is we transferred all the money we spent on going to E3 into just buying games. That way we could buy newer games, spend no more money on them, and I want to thank everyone for their feedback, telling us, hey, thank you for telling them what we think the value of each game is. Because that, I think, it's reset us. When we were getting every single game from every single company, you kind of get disconnected with the prices. You know, if you're not going to stores and buying them, and it's not hitting you in the pocketbook. You know, I wrote an article about this and said every company should have a completely different way of sending out reviewable copies. Instead of sending out reviewable copies, they should make each media outlet who's registered with them purchase them. Let us purchase them at cost. So if it costs them $20 to make it, and that's all it is, then fine, we pay the $20. Or if it's 30 or 40, whatever, they should do that to all the media. And I think each media outlet in their reviews needs to have a little skin in the game, let's say, because if they don't have any skin in the game, think about that. They're just kind of like, it's real easy to get disconnected. I can tell you that for a fact. We've been doing family friendly gaming since 2005. I know how easy it is when you sit there and get all the free game and get all the swag and get all the stuff. It can definitely influence you, and you kind of forget, well, this costs $60. I don't think this is worth 60, or this costs 50. It's not worth 50. Oh, this game is 40. No, it really is only worth about 10, 20. So when you do that, you kind of get that reset. So that's what we've been going through for, I don't know, the last year and a half. It's not quite 2 years yet. Maybe a year and 9 months. And I've been noticing it's working really well. And I just want to thank everyone for the support, all the donations, all your emails, all your prayers. It's definitely helped us. And I'd like to thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.